Hey guys, Noob Sauce Blog here. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about DC Universe Online. Right now I'm going to create a character so you can see the process in case you've never played it before.
My greatest triumph was at hand. The final campaign in my long war against Superman. While his powers were... I only hope I am not too late, for I will not be here.
Like I said, I don't catch the
my work
video
is not
scenes
yet done.
on video
I
because
must leave this earth to...
if you want to... I'm going to go back. If you want to see the cutscenes, you can get the game. This game is completely free, so there's no excuse. As you can see, you can make a male or female. Striker is a medium-sized build. And we've also got the Sparks, which are a smaller size. And then we've got Brutes, which are really big buff dudes. I'm going to actually make a villain for this video. I usually make heroes, but... Alright, you can also set their personality. There's not very many choices for that, but... I'm sticking with powerful for this guy. You can also choose who's their mentor. That basically doesn't really change much except for where you start the game at. But it also classifies your powers as magic for Circe, or Wonder Woman if you're going a hero, Lex Luthor or Superman if you're a metahuman, and then the Joker or Batman if you're a tech. We're going to make this guy a meta. You got plenty of different power choices, some of which are not free. You'll have to purchase them, but you've got nature, sorcery, mental, ice, fire, gadgets if you want to go tech, light, which is basically Green Lantern or Sinestro Corp. Got electricity, quantum, which is what I'm going to go with. And then you've also got Celestial. These two are actually, you have to purchase, but as is Earth, Rage, which is another one of the space cores. You've got munitions, atomic, and water. Each different ability, like gives you a different role. Like electricity is healing, quantum is control, defense. So basically, you can be a healer, a controller, or a tank. That's pretty much your choices. For fast movement abilities, you've got flight, obviously, one of the primary ones, and one of the best ones. You've also got acrobatics, which does allow you some flight, but it's not exactly the same. There's also super speed if you want to make a speedster. And then skimming, which I don't have and I don't really want. Yeah, it's kind of like Silver Surfer from Marvel or something like that, but I generally go with flight myself. You then get to choose your type of weapon. Hand blast will pretty much use whatever power into a hand blast. You got one-handed, you'll have swords, axes, other things. You got the staff, dual-wielding swords, axes, and whatnot. Two-handed, hammers, great axes, great swords. Martial arts, get little handheld things. Not exactly the best in my opinion. I've tried it before and I didn't like it. Dual pistols, fairly good, but it's kind of boring to use. You just pretty much stand there and hold down the range button, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you can do some melee attacks with them, pistol whip people, but it's just not really that great. Bow, if you want to make a green arrow type of person. Brawling, which is kind of like what you'd see Superman doing. Rifle, it's alright. I've tried it, didn't like it. And then, of course, this one you actually have to purchase. And no, you can't make your character look like Captain America. You can try, but you won't succeed. For this guy, he's going hand blast. And then for his costume, there's a few different choices you can do for the body. You can change his skin. This one is kind of cool. Make his body all sculpted and whatnot. And yes, you can make them without clothes if you're doing certain type of things. But there's still no real nudity, so. Like I said, plenty of different choices just on the skin alone. Angry just makes his face look a little meaner. Cheerful's not really a villain type of thing. You make him look a little older, younger. A few different color choices. For this guy, I'm going back to the glowing. I've got something I want to do, and you'll see why here in a minute. Hair. This is actually really kind of difficult, and I'll show you why as we're going through it. They got a few different choices for the normal haircuts. And then a whole bunch of choices with different facial hair, which makes for a very long list. I'll go with that. And then for the gear, there's a whole bunch of different helmets you can take if you were looking for a helmet. Or you can do little face coverings that don't cover your hair. Or you can do, let's see, where's it? Things that cover your whole face. You can even there's even one it's down here, hold on. Right there, you can give your person a skull face, but I don't usually use them very often. I mean, you can if you want. It's all up to you. Face, you can wear shades or pretty much anything that'll cover your face, you know, your eyes, I mean. I'm doing a missive eyes for a reason. Emblem, you can choose an emblem if you want. They've got every letter and every number. Just the base numbers and up to 10. And they're all kind of generic. You can actually get some of the superhero emblems from the comics and movies and whatnot later on in the game. You can purchase them. Sometimes you'll find things you still have to spend money on the game in order to get them, but this guy doesn't need an emblem, so for the costume, there's a whole bunch of different choices. And of course, when you're actually playing the game, there will be whole other suit styles you can get. And if you want to spend some money on the game, you can even get some of the standard superhero suits. Make your own version of Superman or Wonder Woman or whoever. So, like I said, there's a whole lot of choices, you know. You just choose what you want. This guy, I'm doing something different with, but you got a backpack for your back. You got a classic cape, embellished, so it's the emblem. I don't remember if it shows up here or not, but you have a quiver if you're an archer. I mean, even if you're not an archer, you can still have it, but you can have bird wings, make an angelic person, or you can have demon wings, make a demonic person. Since it says small, I'm assuming you can get larger ones later, but I haven't seen them yet. Split cape, tattered cape. Like I said, I've got something I'm planning for this guy. Different types of gloves. None of them are really that great, except for maybe the bikers. Those are about the best ones, in my opinion. And if you want some of the old school style fins, you know, by all means, go for it. There's a few different types of belts. Nothing too fancy right now, but like I said, you can find a whole bunch of different things in the game. Legs refers to your pants. Again, there's plenty of different choices, so you can mix, you can match. Same thing with the boots. I don't really like most of the boots either. For the women, it's different. They do have some decent selections for women, but and then of course colors. You can change the colors of your skin, gear. Let's change this. Since this guy's going to be a bad guy. Makeup is actually something you can do. Mostly for women, but for your gear you can customize your palette, colors, and then you can do it later on in the game too, so you don't have to feel like you gotta make your selection now and live with it. So, and then of course you can name them. If the name's already in use, you won't be able to name it. You can't use numbers. It has to be letters. It has to be one word. You can still, you know, do some fun things with the name, but you can skip the tutorial if you want, but I'm not going to.
The center of the multiverse.
Alright, I will take you through the tutorial in the next video to show you how you play the game. So we will see you there.